Under 1 hour away from Copenhagen Central Station by train lies this beautiful little city. Which city it is and what you can experience here, well, that is what we're going to find out. But let's first head a little bit up towards the city. I was trying to film up on the main road behind me. It was not possible because of too many cars. But the main road there is the road between Sorø Station and Sorø City. Sorø City is located just a 10-minute walk away. So if you're using Sorø City as a hotel location in order for you to live close to Copenhagen but in quiet surroundings, well, I do recommend Sorø, but I also recommend that you rent a bike to get you to the station because it has the perfect bicycle path and a great pedestrian sidewalk, so it's actually quite easy to get down to the station. We have reached our first stop, and a stop you should come by to see for yourself. We have reached the Academy of Sorø, located on the shores of Lake Sorø, and these shores are often used to take wedding photographies. The Sorø Academy is one of the oldest Danish religious and educational institutions, founded in 1538 by King Frederik II of Denmark, and it has educated famous Danes such as B.S. Ingemann, the theologian Grundtvig, and the philosopher Søren Kierkegaard. Søren Kierkegaard you might know, and it is located on the beautiful campus in Sorø. More beautiful in sun than it is today in a rainy, cloudy day, but it is a beautiful campus no matter what the weather. The beautiful campus park is also part of the walking route around Sorø Lake, a walking route that is great for boosting your health. It is also a great experience to walk in this park, and I do recommend it all year round when the snow lies beautiful out on the lawns and on the trees. It's so beautiful when the green leaves comes on the tree. It's so beautiful, and if it's a rainy day, it still has a sense of beauty. If it's a sunny, bright, clear day, well, you know it has some sense of beauty. So if you're ever in Sorø, make it a point to come by the Academy grounds and walk the beautiful park. As we exit the Academy grounds, we exit through a big iconic gate currently under renovation, so there's not much to show you, and we exit onto Storgade, or Big Street in English, and we enter onto the street where we find the main city square, and it is on this square you will find market days, and you will find something like Christmas markets. It's closed right now because I'm filming this the day before Christmas Eve, and it will be going live on January 2nd, I believe. So yeah, there's a little Christmas stuff in this video, but it's not Christmas. I'm showing this to you, so just look past that. While we are walking up Big Street, if you find yourself in the need of a restroom, well, it's on Big Street, Storgade. Just so you know it, it is a good information to have when you need it. It is in Storgade we find the Art Museum. The city's art museum is well known in Denmark, so definitely worth a visit if you're into arts and museums. It is also here we find, well, cozy little stores that really embodies the Danish concept of hygge, at least on a shop level. And which city would but not be complete without its own city museum? And the city museum here in Sorø has 4 permanent exhibitions. The 4 permanent exhibitions are 2 seconds. I had it right here. Oh, time travel at Sorø Museum, Creatures of Darkness, interior exhibition at Sorø Museum, citizenship and clutch time is called, and B.S. Ingemann and the Golden Age. And why don't I know that by head? Well, because it's been a while since I've been into that museum, and it is actually right here behind me in this beautiful red building. But I remember it being a great experience to visit that museum, and I will definitely be going there in the future. But if you're not into shops and museums, then let's head down to the lake again. But before we do that, I just want to point your attentions toward the comment section. If you have any questions, feel free to ask them. Any questions about traveling around in Denmark, feel free to ask them. I will either answer directly in the comment or I will make a video answer. But let's head down to the lake again and see what else Sorø has to offer. As you walk the streets of Sorø city, you will find old houses. These old houses really tells the story of how old this city is, and is also worth for all you who are interested in history, are interested in architecture, to walk through, because it will show you these old houses. There will be more modern houses. You will see a wide variety of houses. While we are walking down, I just want to talk to you about the cost of buying a house here in Sorø, because I always find it funny to see the places I travel, how much does it cost to buy a house. I looked it up when I was in Brno. I am now looking it up here in Sorø, and a 216 square meter house will be roughly around 6 or 5.6 million Danish crowns, which in a rough estimate is around $1 million US. Oh, that's a lot of money. I don't have that kind of money on me, but 216 square meters, 5.5 million Danish crowns. Well, just to compare, I've just been looking at a house on 230 square meters in my local town of Slagelse, which is the next town over. It cost around 1.5 million Danish crowns. So yeah, it is expensive to buy a house here in Sorø, but it is also an exclusive place to live. Let's just say it like that. On the outskirts of the town, the city prices start to drop quite a bit. So it is not all the houses that are just as expensive, but that just shows you how expensive it is to buy a house here in Sorø, especially if you want to live in Sorø city and not in the two other districts of living that are in Sorø. The houses behind me, they hold the yacht club of Sorø, or the sailing club of Sorø. And well, why that is important, I'll get back to. And yes, I'm holding my equipment here because I'm also here to take some beautiful pictures, which will be on my social media, either on my Instagram, my Facebook. You might even find them on my LinkedIn page. Yeah, I have a couple of pages you can find. So choose your favorite social media, and links is down in the description. If you find yourself in Sorø on a hot summer's day, if you're staying here, well, there is actually a place to cool off, and I'm walking there. We have this bathing bridge, and if you have kids along, well, I can turn around and we have a little kids beach. Yeah, it doesn't get that deep unless you take the bathing bridge. But it will get quite deep if you take it on the outside of the bathing bridge. So if you're not a good swimmer, I do recommend that you stay in the kids pool or kids lake, or whatever you want to call it. But this lake holds so much more. I mentioned there is a rowing club in Sorø, and this lake right behind me, the entire lake, well, it will be used for their yearly regatta. Yeah, they have a yearly regatta in the first weekend of July, and that is also why you cannot sail around on this lake in the first weekend of July, but you can enjoy the beautiful regatta instead. Otherwise, you will in the summer months be able to sail around the lake, and it's an extraordinary sailing trip. I have taken it twice in the past year just to experience the lake from another point of view, because I walk around this lake quite ever so often. And if you want inspiration for other places you can visit within 1 hour train ride from Copenhagen, then check out right here. And this half lake, I have only been walking around the half of the lake, has taken me 10,000 steps. So it's a great exercise without really exercising. I don't feel exhausted, I don't feel down. It is just great to walk.